Hi, I'm Patty with StudioR12 Stencils, and today I'm going to show you how to do a fade on this pumpkin shape. Okay, so first I want to introduce you to this really cool pumpkin. Notice that on the back, it has a little kickstand. Okay, so what we've done is we have created a piece of wood that has these overlays, and it has a kickstand hole. And so then when you do the overlays on top of it, then it hides, when you glue them on, it hides the kickstand hole. So nobody needs to know it's there. So super cute way to make a stand-up project for your decorating needs. I want to talk about stencils for just a second. This stencil is the one that I used to paint this project, or actually it's the one I used to paint this project. So this is my Easter project. And you can see I used the same shape, and I did a fade on this as well. You can reuse stencils over and over again hundreds of times. So you can wash them. We have a video on how to wash them. So I show you all of that, how to make them last, and when to wash them as well. So this is important to know that your stencils are reusable over and over. And then just changing the color and the shape and your palette can change the entire use of your stencil. Off camera, I'm going to base coat brown, and then I'm going to base coat this in number 52. So it's number 17 brown and number 52 for the flats. All right, so there is something to know about base coating these shapes like this, and that is you're going to keep don't overload your foam brush, and then keep it light pressure and kicking it off of your edges. So like, don't push down there, kick it off at the edges. And that way you don't have yucky edges around here, because the edges are going to be visible. So you want to make sure that you're doing a little kickoff flip when you are base coating your shapes. All right, the first thing I want to talk to you about is rollers and how to protect them from getting hard, crunchy edges. If you get a hard, crunchy edge on the edge of your roller and you're using it to do anything fine, you will not be able to use it. So be very careful to take good care of your roller heads. This one is a brand new one. When I use a roller, you've got your handle, you paint with your handle on, and then you roll, do the thing, take it off. So I put it in the bag. There's no paint on it yet. Put it in the bag so my hand is protected. Take the handle off, and then roll it up nice and tight, and then you can store it like this for weeks. Okay, so just lay it off to the side. Make sure that it doesn't unroll and get air, because air is what makes paint dry. It's an oxygen process, okay? So you need to make sure that you treat your roller heads right, because you don't want to waste money. We are using a Dollar Tree towel, not a paper towel, a towel, to put the pieces on, because we want to do them all at the same time to get a nice even flow. And we are going to have to move our stencil. And so I'll just make sure that I like where things are ending and starting. And then what I'm going to do is tape my stencil to my towel. Now the towel can bunch up. This is not a science. The towel can bunch up and can do funny things, but you just want it secured just enough so that when you roll, it doesn't shift around. Okay, now we're going to make a fade. That's the name of the game today, is the fade. So what we need to do is roll a little bit of our yellow paint into our roller. And then I'm going to roll it around, squish that paint in there, get some on the tip. Just a little bit more paint. The first load on a roller is always the hardest. It's important with stencils that you don't load too much paint. You don't want to like wad it on there. And so you notice I'm over here totally like pushing it into the roller so that I don't have to use a lot of pressure, and roll it all the way, do a whole cycle turn. And then I'm going to pick up a little bit of the white on a couple of spots, and then I'm going to roll it in there until I get a lighter color evenly. Okay, and this is my top. So what we'll do is we'll roll lightly, and I'm holding this all down. It's important that you go wet in wet, so you've got to kind of move quickly. I'm going to roll that down, and then we're going to start getting darker as we move down. So now I want to get my other color in. Wet and Wet. And so I'll put some of that in my brush and mix it right on top of that light color until I get something that's softer than darker than the color that it was, but lighter than where, well, let's see. Darker than this color, but lighter than where I'm going to end up. Okay, so I'm going to start over here and roll up to my yellow. So I'm going to move up, and actually I'm going to turn my roller over. Nope, I'm going to keep my roller that way. And you want to use less and less pressure as you go up. Softly, 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 softly. Mix again. And then I'm going to start right there. I'm doing this one on top of this because I want to mix in there while it's wet. The light color is the part that's like the hard part, so I'm going to show you how to handle that. And when you're mixing where it's wet, you want to really lift off of the pressure. Just want it to fade just ever so much. Okay, now I'm going to bring it down just a little bit more and blend it. And I'm noticing that a little bit of my white is squishing out of the end, so I just go back up there and then just blend it. I want that blended a little bit better. And we go into just a little bit more. Looks like candy corn. And I will come down here and it'll be way darker. All right, and now I'm going to roll off on my paper towel. It's getting a little bit wet. Okay, I'm going to take a peeky poo. Looks pretty good. Okay, and then we take our jumbo brush. So with this in place, I want to brush just a little bit of the yellow softly, softly over that fade line. To get it to fade a little bit more. Yeah, that's it. Okay, and then we take it off, take our stencil up without moving our boards. We dry it, and then we're going to shift down. All right, and then we finish up, replace the stencil, and finish up with a dark color. Okay, and then this comes off. And the way you wash your rollers can be seen on our video on how to clean your brushes. Remove this. Ta-da! And that is how you make a fade. Now I'm going to take this away while it dries. And I'm going to talk about ribbons for a second. On your ribbons, what you want to do with this is you want to just get a couple of textures and a couple of different sizes. And we've got a phenomenal video on organizing your ribbon. So this is our ribbon rack, and that has made the biggest difference in our crafting because you can totally see everything that you have. You can see the sizes. You can roll it right on these spools, and there's a video that shows you how to do that. So that is how you get your fade, and I'm glad that you joined me today for this video. I hope you enjoyed the video today. Make sure that you subscribe, ring the bell, and then you'll be notified for future videos, and we'll see you in the next video.